6:30. Let's get into our stories of the day now, and we'll take a look at what's going to be dominating the news diet. So here we go. First up, dear leader Mmusi Maimane will today lead a march to the Limpopo Premier's office to hand over a memorandum demanding action be taken against government officials involved in corrupt and criminal activities. Township Small Business is marching to the Gauteng Premier's office. The Gauteng Liquor Forum has called on small business owners to oppose legislation which they say will force township taverns and small businesses to shut down. The Nelson Mandela Bay Council sits at the Wool Board Exchange to consider a motion of no confidence in Mayor Mongameli Bopane. All right, that's the look at the stories. Now let's look at your trending topics, and quite a few to get through. So the Alex total shutdown that started yesterday morning, and there were some awful visuals coming out of Alex yesterday. They are demanding to see, firstly, it was Mayor Herman Mashaba, the Joburg mayor, and now they're also demanding to see David Makhura, the Premier of Gauteng. They are really devastated by the poor service delivery that's happening in Alex. There were rubber bullets fired, as you can see. You saw some of the community members burning things and just trying to get their voices heard as much as possible. There were arrests yesterday as well. So it truly was a scene of devastation in Alexandra Township. So that was the talk of Alex total shutdown, and I don't think they'll stop until they get what they want. The MMC for security, I think, went out to visit the area, but they were not satisfied with that. They still are demanding meetings with both Herman Mashaba and the Premier of Gauteng, David Makhura. Okay, let's have a look at the next one, Tiriso Temane. Now, this, of course, is a story that we all bear witness to on social media. I mean, this was a video clip that did the rounds, a vicious killing. And then I think what happened yesterday was the 7 teenagers appeared in court, and what happened was they were released on bail of 2,000 Rand each, and there was a great backlash towards that. People were not happy with that. SABC disappointed with the Polokwane Children's Court decision to grant these 7 teens accused of Tiriso Temane's murder bail, saying they were ready to oppose bail, but the magistrate ordered them to leave the courtroom. So that's what made that particular topic trend. Then there's Pravin Gordhan. Pravin Gordhan is trending for everything to do with Eskom. There was an update about our electricity situation, and we were given just a couple of sort of ideas of what to expect going forward. And Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan announcing those plans to avoid load shedding in winter. And if we do need to have load shedding, it will only be stage 1, not stage 4 that we experienced for those couple of weeks back last month. So he's talking to us about a host of things. In fact, we'll go into detail on that this hour on the program with our energy expert who'll come in studio and analyze what was said, and can we read anything into what he was saying yesterday with Madupi and the amount of money that's going to be spent and everything else around it. So stay tuned, more coming up on that topic. DJ Spoo is trending, and this is why. Take a listen.
The name is DJ Spoo. I come all the way from Johannesburg in South Africa. I'm here as an ambassador for hip-hop music and the culture in the entire African continent. I represent musicians from the whole continent.
Okay, so there's DJ Spoo doing his stuff once again. That was apparently at the, well, it was a memorial or just a service that was held for Nipsey Hussle, who, as we know, was killed last week. He was shot outside his clothing store. And there was DJ Spoo standing there with his microphone, busy saying that he's representing the continent and the hip-hop fraternity, basically. And so, you know, of course, social media having a lot to say about that. So, yeah, I'm busy playing the clip on my phone while we're doing it. So he's, you know, I don't need to tell you. I'm sure you can go and have a look at all of that. So that's why he's a big trender. I'm going to hit Baby Daniel first. That was in the news bulletin, this devastating story. And apparently there was a lot of tension as well inside and outside the courtroom yesterday on the handing down of this sentence. So this 3-year-old dying at the hands of his mother's lover. This was back in 2016. And life sentence handed down to the murderer, and that is just something that we'll unfortunately have to live with, that this man must now be behind bars for this gruesome murder. And it's Timothy Naidu. He was convicted of this murder and child abuse, and also his lover and the mother of Daniel, Mary Famak, given 20 years. And it was just a very emotional day at that court yesterday. And then finally, something on a light note, Joker, hashtag Joker. I'm sure many of you remember Heath Ledger when he used to play that Joker in the Batman movie. Well, apparently Joaquin Phoenix is now taken over that role, and they released a trailer yesterday of what to expect. I don't think we've got the trailer, but that's pretty much so why Joker is trending. And I think a lot of people holding some huge expectations, because if you remember, if I'm not mistaken, Heath Ledger actually won an Oscar for his role as the Joker, but it was in memoriam because he passed away by that time. And it was just such a legendary performance. So Joaquin Phoenix is now going to tackle that role. Be interesting to see how he does that. All right, there you go. That's trending topics on Twitter. Now let's find out what's happening on the road. Rob Byrne, good morning to you.
Good morning, South Africa. First up, Alex, all clear this morning. As far as the N3 goes, we saw a total shutdown of Alex yesterday, and protesters out onto the N3. We're getting a lot of tweet requests, a lot of calls saying, Rob, what's the state of the N3? The N3 is open, passing Alex. Normal flows there this morning. Other issues? Well, let's get up to the screen and have a look. Traffic lights are always a problem. And here's a couple of really big ones around Joburg. Craig just reporting the bridge over the N1 on Bayers Nordia still down, saying it attracts and frustrates tens of thousands daily. You're going to queue heavy this morning coming from Rampark Ridge on Bayers towards the highway. And then also Cherie chipping in saying this is the N12 down at Protea Glen. This set of lights been out for over a year now. And Cherie just finally finishing off there saying there's heavy delays each day. It's not cool. There really is. It's been a year, maybe even a little bit more, where you queue heavily. So come on, JRA, Eskom, if you're involved there, let's get together. Let's make a plan and get that N12 Protea Glen junction sorted out. The delays are horrendous and really absolutely unnecessary. We're talking, that's the Potchefstroom Highway. It's the N12. It's not a small little junction somewhere. It's a big deal, that one. Let's see if we can't get that fixed. All right, just from there, and staying with traffic lights, these are still out. This is a set of traffic lights in Parkhurst, which has been down a couple of days this week. They're still down this morning at 6th Street at 4th Avenue. So if you're coming from Linden, Victory Park, that's the sort of traffic you're going to see this morning, making your way through Parkhurst towards Rosebank. So again, get going early. There's also a crash in Durban. Tierra just saying it's a truck that's crashed, and there's looting going on. Bags of millie meal on that truck, and they're currently being looted. 2 lanes are closed. If you're heading from Durban up towards the airport, expect delays. Maybe go up the M4 and do a cutback straight from the M4 straight into the airport and avoid that N2 this morning. And then just a look at what's going to happen a little bit later this morning. There's a week's worth of roadworks going on the N1 at Eustonburg leaving Cape Town. If you've got to get out of Cape Town towards Paarl after 9 o'clock, you can see about a 10-minute delay there. It can blow out to about 15. From 9 o'clock onwards, N1 gets really heavy in that Eustonburg area. All right, that's a look at traffic arrangements this morning. Let's find out how the weather's set, and I believe some rain in Cape Town. Good morning and welcome back, Sisley.